Number one.
Hello and welcome to the Collective channel. I'm here with...
My name is Khaled Kbies. I just won the Chelmsford Regional.
Okay, and what did you play, Khaled?
I played Memento, Fiendsmith. I played one-off for Kieran. These are all the one-offs. This is just like pretty normal. Normally people play one goblin, but I play two because I play the goblin quick play spell. And sometimes in the engine, when you're starting with like Zebra or when you're starting with Anguish, you're going to be dumping goblin in the combo. You don't want to lose a name that's to shuffle back off Memento Fusion. So you want to be able to dump one while still making the quick play live. It's 2 Darkblade because it was free initially, but then I changed it to 2 because this was way better. Like you don't need 3 Darkblade. Normally, like the best start is always Anguish in this list. And then it's 3 Zebra, of course, and then the best card in the entire deck is just Anguish, like flat out. And then it's just 1 off field spell, 2 Fusion because you don't need to play 3. It's just redundant. And also in Fiendsmith, this card isn't the best because you're not always gonna be open like Memento names. 3 Bone Party, just like the best spell in the whole deck. This carried so hard. The amount of imperms that you dodge with these two, and if they don't have Ash, you just consistently play for like 2 free hand traps because the Bone Party trading with the imperm, you're getting so much value out of it. For the Fiendsmith package, it's 1 Lacrimal, 1 Lurry, 3 Engraver, and 1 Track. This is just because Engraver is a 1-card combo. Lurry plus Lurry, Lacrimal, or Tractors plus anybody is also a full combo. There's also like certain factors, like if an Engraver is already engraved and you have 2 bodies, it's also a full combo. It's the same premise if like hypothetically like a goblin is just randomly engraved or a Darkblade, like you can always combo from there with only 2 bodies rather than the standard 3 body combo. I play 1 for 1 because it's an amazing extender. Called by in main because I'm playing board breakers, and this card just like hits really hard on cards like Fuel Loss, especially because I'm not playing cards like Frost. Talents is just the god card in terms of board breakers. Every time I go first, I always win the duel if I have this card because I'm able to like bait 1 hand trap, just activate talents, let me see your hand, and then you just combo further, just activate Bone Fight, full combo. I did it to like 4 people today. I ripped 1 Bell, 1 Nib on like 2 different games and just won me the duel every time. Then 3 Droplet, this card is just too high value because when you're playing all these board breakers, you have 3 cards to like sack. You have like talents to sack, you have the quick play spells as well, so you always get free value. You normally don't actually sack monsters unless like you open Engraver plus Tract or something like that, because then you'd rather have the Engraver because then you can do the 2 body combo that I stated earlier. Book of Eclipse carried so hard. You every time you summon Anguish or Sleepy, Gatic, Creation King, they always try to like imperm it or something, and then you just have the Book of Eclipse, the Book of Moon, and this deck works so well. Well, there's a card in my extra deck that like really helps me push through as well. But the biggest premise is that this card just helps you dodge targeting, all targeting effects, and also if they nip you on Sleepy, you can activate Book of Eclipse, flip all your monsters face down, and then they can't tribute anything. And then you just resolve Sleepy, Twin Dragon, or Creation King, and full combo them. And then the last 3 cards are just imperm. This was just because I wanted to be able to interact with my opponent on their turn if I really needed to. But normally I actually just held it, to be fair. But like certain cards like Duo Drive I just don't want to resolve. Especially if I know they're playing like Pure, because I don't want them to have access to a plugin in that scenario. But when it's when it's Fiendsmith, it doesn't really matter that much because they don't ever search for plugin.
Why did you choose breakers instead of hand traps?
In Memento, the breakers pair too well with the hand traps for you to actually play hand traps. Hand traps, you felt like you were always in a losing war against them. Like whenever you play against Ryzeo, they would hand trap you 3 times. Also, you would hand trap them 3 times, 2 times, and it wouldn't be enough. They always end on Detonator, and then you wouldn't be able to push through. Even though Memento is actually really strong into Ryzeo because a lot of the interruptions are popping, and that just makes cards like Memento Fusion and Sleepy live, and then it just makes you like keep being able to extend, and you don't necessarily need to like full combo them. You just need to like summon Creation, attack all the guys with piercing, and that's normally game. It happened to like 4 people today.
Once you have a Kieran on the field spell set up.
Yeah.
Never winning.
Once you have like a Kieran, you activate its effect plus like the Creation King already on field, like you just attack for 8k, and you can bait Nib so hard because in this version you're playing Fiendsmith and any 2 bodies just instantly makes a High King, and not just that, you can just threat. Like today, I reborn the Creation, had the Creation King, he nibbed me, then I just activated Memento Fusion, just reborn the Creation King, and then proxy F into Creation, reborn Creation, proxy F into Creation King, and then just attack them directly later. I play Cross Sheep, SP, Proxy F, and then for the Fiendsmith cards, it's Close Sky, Requiem, Agman Day, and Sequence. For these choices, for the Fiendsmith cards, like Agman Day is like pretty necessary in this list because of what you can do with Proxy F. You can make a hiking really, really easily. And also, Memento's biggest problem is that it dies to board breakers unless you play cards like Diabolese, but those all cards are just straight up breaks. You don't want to play those types of... You don't want to play them because you don't want them to be able to interact with your field. So instead I put this card in the graveyard with Lacrima and Engraver, and through the combo of this, I'm able to get an extra light Fiend because I can summon Baphomet. So from the fusions, I just play pure tech cards, Aerial Eater, Necroquip, Baphomet, Desiree, and then just the standard 3 Memento cards. 2 Combined Creation Kings and Twin Dragon, and then these 3 are just basically to help you keep extending. You can make this off Sequence, you can make this off Memento Fusion if you really needed to. Proxy F pairs really well with it because you have like Gatic, Sleepy, Zebra, Goblin. All of them can just make the Baphomet, which can reborn the Creation King. Because in standard combo, I never dump a second copy. I always just use this first copy, banish it, and then I can reborn it off the Baphomet, which basically means that I not only have a Baphomet to reborn the Creation King as an interruption anytime, I also have the Agman Day to reborn Desiree, which means that it fixes the board breaker problem completely. And then the last part is just hiking. This one just helps you push through everything. Cross Sheep is just for the...
So your 1-card combo ends on DDD, Agman Day with Desiree engraved,
Yeah.
Baphomet to summon the fusion,
Yeah.
plus all the Memento stuff.
Yeah, it's 7 interruptions of the Memento cards, and then it's 5 interruptions of the other cards. So it's like a 12 interruption,
yeah.
12 interruption board of a 1-card combo, and you also Necroquip draw 1 because you add back Goblin to your hand, and then you just summon Necroquip, reborn, create. Well, first you summon the Necroquip with the Baphomet. You look at your opponent, you say Nib, they say no, then you just and then you just reborn creation, discard Goblin, Necroquip, draw 1, and you use the 1-card combo and you replace it, and you have 12 cards as an interruption.
And you only end with 2 face-up monsters.
Yeah, you only end on hiking, Bone Party Creation, and Field Spell. But it
So
looks
breakers literally do nothing.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if you even... I believe it was... you beat 4 board breakers standardly when you do that type of end board. And you can also add SP to it, or put the Baphomet in the graveyard, so you can beat cards like Eclipse as well. For the side deck, I hate Malice, so... and then 3 for a loss. And then, okay. So the whole reasoning was Malice cooks the deck when they go first, and then because they end on a board that it's all in the graveyard, and it's really, really difficult to interact with. Board breakers don't really like work as strongly, but then cards like Droplet work really, really well. Then also, like obviously these cards are self-explanatory, they're just FTKs, but then this card puts pressure on them, and then like when you open like this plus like a Harpy, Lightning Storm, or a Droplet, it makes their interactions, like the way they're going to do it is very, very obvious. So normally like the Harpy is just going to deal with like the 2 sets or the 1 set, or like maybe it's like an impermanent. A lot of people are playing Sky Striker version, so when I Harpied 1 person, I blew up like 3 cards plus Field Spell. So Harpies and Lightstorm always got like a crazy amount of value. No one was playing Terahertz, so no one had D-Save Worms, so everyone just lost to this card. Same with Ryziel. It cooks Ryziel pure or Fiendsmith. And then this is the only respect that I properly had for going first or second, outside of like these 9. These 9 I would side against Ryziel for going second. I would only side these 3 in for going first. For Malice, I would always keep these in for going first. And then for going second, I'd put all 12 in. I would take out Eclipse, Imperm, and 6 cards in the Memento engine that you were just allowed to take out. But yeah, this is pretty much the whole list.
Which 6 cards in the Memento engine do you normally side out?
It's normally 1 copy of Goblin, 1 copy of Darkblade, 1 Trihorned, 2 Zebra, and 1 for 1. 1 for 1 is a bit too neg. Trihorned, you don't really need it to push through going second because you the 6 card, like Trihorn's never necessary as a body. The main purpose of it is to beat cards like Fuelost. Because when, for example, I got Fuelost game 1 and game 3 against Josh Kelly today, but I just ended up like ending on Trihorn, Creation King, Pop 4, plus Mace, Darkblade, just through the first time it was 2 draws because he did it on the Sleepy effect to fuse, well, and I summoned Twin Drag, and I had to summon Twin Drag, and I didn't have an option to go Creation King, otherwise it would just be 1 draw. But when it comes to, in standard combo, everyone that lost me today, they only drew 1 card, because one Anguish, 1 Zebra, like, you can basically just give them only 1 draw, full combo them, and yeah, it would just ruin everyone's day. Like, for example, someone thought when I Bone Party popped Creation, when he tried to imperm it, that he was going to get any sort of value because I would summon from deck, but I just searched off Bone Party instead. Just searched Mace and then ended on a half board, but once you have Memento Fusion Bone Party with Creation and 1 name set, in rotation, then that means you can do every single Memento instruction without fail, or just off those cards.
And that's another reason to cut down on Dark Blade, right? To beat Fua.
Yeah. To beat Fua, it's like you do want to play less Dark Blades, and also Dark Blade's best premise is not to go into Anguish and search Zebra. Dark Blade is best when he's replacing whatever got interrupted in the standard combo, because Dark Blade's functionality isn't just summoning like Anguish. It's also summon Sleepy, Gatic, Mace, Goblin. Like you have so much more options, and it's better to go for the other ones. And Anguish just does its own thing, because like it's so much better when you view it that way. Because then you're not using the Dark Blade, and also when Duke of Demise comes out, like it's so much better.
Any shout outs, Khaled?
Yeah, shout outs to Darwin, Pasha, Ollie, James, Enrico, Leo, I don't know where he is, Josh Kelly, Connor especially, he really helped. Lawrence for the Chaos Hunter that I never opened, but it was broken in theory, honestly. Like I wouldn't change a single thing about any of the list. I think it was 5 out of 7 games, it was 2-0, so that was really good. Like I never struggled with Raizio, like it was actually like very, very favoured for me every single time. So I was really, really happy with that. Malice, I only played in the final 2 rounds. They ended on full combo, and then for some reason, like my all engine hand just broke their whole board, and I just combined creation attacked everything. So
Nice,
that's
nice.
why I won the last 2 matches.
Thank you, Khaled, and well done on getting first place.
Oh no, thank you so much.